Alright, if you own an eco diesel, I was planning on cutting the bed so I can replace my fuel pump or lift pump. It's not gonna happen. Here is why. Half of the pump is on this side. It's right here. So I gotta take off the I'm not dropping the tank. It's easier for me to tilt the bed. Took the tailgate off. You know, pretty simple. The only thing is put the tailgate halfway. When you put the tailgate halfway, see this? That's halfway. And then grab it from here and then slide it towards over here, so that one pops off. See? So the other bed is right there. Well, not the other bed. And then I took the liner. Took the liner off. So as you can see, that's the fuel filter at the end. So it's hard to see the pump or the lift pump, but that's how much I have. So it's right there. No, took that off, and then I was planning on moving the bed backwards a little bit and tilt. It's not gonna happen. I gotta remove the bumper. Here's the thing, you can't tilt it, so I gotta remove the bumper. Moving the bumper is pretty easy. 2 bolts over here, bolt right there. It's easier to remove the bumper and slide it a little bit before you get into this harness, because with this harness all the way in the back, you'll be fighting it and you're gonna break it. It's easier to move this one. And for the sensors, just one harness. And for the lights, I shoved it down so it's not, once I tilt it, it's not gonna snag. My rear view camera cable is disconnected. My dome light, or the camper lights, it's disconnected, so nothing's gonna get snagged. I labeled it. Yes, I'm gonna tilt this with the cab on. So, but yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Here you go. So I got this is the license plate light bulb right there. It's pretty easy. If you have a air suspension, the what's that, 4-corner air suspension, make sure you are in jack mode so it won't move. So far I'm gonna get the this one, the bolts. There is, like, this one is disconnected because it's connected to the chassis or the bed. So anything that is like hooked up to the bed, try to feel it, disconnect it so you don't rip it. But other than that, I'm going to unbolt this. Wait, not this one. It's more this bolt here inside. Oh, right there. I mean, I see it, but there you go, right there. Then, once the bed is tilt, I'm gonna route my new cable, the wolf box cable, the one that came with extension. Okay, so there's 2 bolts back here. Oh. one right here is 18. Preferably use the 6-point and break your bar first before using an impact. And then there's one right here. So there's two here. 1, 2, and then right there. I'm taking this off. You're gonna take it off anyways. I had to put a PB blaster or liquid wrench on this side. That is stuck, seized. I'm gonna have to put the screw back in here just to hold it tight, because this was spinning and everything. So if you gotta use a liquid wrench, go for it. Alright, after putting the bolt back in there, I was able to take the bolt down there. I'm just gonna have to take this off and drop it maybe. And that's it. Now I have more space to break that bolt for the bed. For the other side, I am not going to take the bar out. I'll be using this. I'm just gonna zap it, and it should work. If not, I'll find a way. Alright, it's the last bolt. See what I was telling you about? You gotta use 6-point, right? I only have 12-point. Of course, it's not an impact socket. I know that, but you gotta use 6-point. Almost rounded off, but it worked. I mean, I could have used probably an adapter, but works. Alright, everything is disconnected, so what I'm doing is I'm just going with the flow, really. So I pulled it by hand a little bit till it stopped. So I have enough gap here. See, I have enough gap here, and I can see my fuel tank or the sending unit or the lift pump right there. Now I am slowly jacking it up from there and making sure I did not miss anything. And you gotta jack it up slowly so you don't break stuff. Alright, not sure how far I can tilt this bed, so it's not like I have people with me to lift the bed, so that's why I'm tilting it. I've done fuel pump taking off the bed before. That was my previous job, but now retired, so but I gotta do it safely to where when I tilt it, the whole dang bed would not slide on the other side. It's not gonna slide over, but worst case is that yeah, this is worst case, is I'll drop this with the block here and then lift the other side and block it. So that's the worst case, but and also I need to position this. I don't like it. I think it would be better if it was in the middle right here. Then I have to take off the wheel. I mean, I'm gonna take off the wheel anyways, so I have enough space so I could go in there. As far as I might have enough space, just need to make sure everything is stable and everything is blocked. So that's the main idea, is make sure this thing's not gonna come down. Alright, I think this should be enough space for me to work. I have a wheel chock 2x4, just a support, but mainly it's sitting on this. I put the 2x4 in here, not a good idea, so I put it right here. I took the wheel obviously, and I think I have enough access to work on there, and I don't think this is gonna go anywhere. You know, I could put more wood over there, whatever, but that should be plenty of room and plenty I can maneuver. Yep. Alright, I gotta move that red tab out and then press the tab and push out the wire connector. As far as the fuel goes, I want to say either there's a special tool goes in there, or you crimp it and push and pull. It's one of those things. But other than that, I have enough space over here. So I'd rather do it this way than dropping the tank, maybe the drive shaft, fuel line, and all that stuff. But at least this is much convenient for me. So, and if you guys wondering where the rear axle breather goes, is right here. I just did a replacement, or gear oil replacement, and I was looking for this one, so it's not clogged. That's a good sign. But yep. Alright, got the connector out, put it on top. Just gotta do it slowly and make sure you don't break stuff. Okay, for the fuel line, there's a tab here. You can feel it. There's one tab and then there's another tab on the opposite. I mean, you can turn this, spin it, and then grab the two tabs here and push. So, and I want to say that's the other stuff too, or the other line. See? I think that's the lock. And then, see, popped up. That's popped right there. And I guess I could just pull it out. That's what she said. Oh shit, there you go. That ain't bad. So I gotta do the same. Well, the other side is different. This is probably just one tab right there. So you can see it. See, just one tab. But yep, easy peasy. Alright, I'm not even gonna lie. The second line was different. Fuck, piece of crap, but I figured out. Other video on YouTube didn't even show how it works, but I'm gonna show you guys. So you see this tab right here? I figure it would, you push it back and then you push the line in and out. That doesn't work. So push the line back all the way back here. You'll feel it, and then pop this up, and then that's how you take it off. What a junkie! Freaking crazy. I don't know why it's different from this one, but that's about, I don't know, about 30 minutes of watching YouTube. But I'm gonna have to vacuum the top, wipe it off before I open it up. Alright, got this sucker out. So what I did, of course, there's a lot of video out there how to take the pump or the tank down. Well, what I did is I pretty much loosened up the hanger, put my jack in the middle, and once I loosen up the hanger and then the weight of the tank is on the jack, I took the hanger out and then I put 2 jack stand on each end of the fuel pump, lower it slowly and looked around, make sure that there's no snag, no cable. So I ended up taking that cable off right there, or not cable, the line, and then those 2 lines are actually on the, let me show you, it's mounted here right there, those 2 lines. So pop them off, and there's a cable right here, pop them off. I think it was a red tab. Oh yes, this one. So just take the tab off, and then there's actually, you have to press something and then you can pull it. On the other hand, for that sucker right there, you know, there's 2 I want to see if it is here. Oh, it's right here. See, it was locked like this, right? Oh, it won't lock. But anyways, it was, I popped it, there's 2 tabs, lift, and actually don't pull it all the way, you'll hear it lock like this, and then you just pull it. But other than that, I didn't have any snag. I think those are the 2 lines, that one and that, and then take it off from here. I did end up disconnecting this right there, so they're just right there. So while I'm slowly putting it down, making sure those hose goes in here, go down pretty smooth. Actually, having the cab lifted a little bit, it gave me a good access to the harness, fuel lines. I was able to guide that thing, the hoses, and I was able to see everything here, make sure nothing is getting snug. There is something, when you're putting it down, there is something that was here, and it's from the DEF tank. I think there's a bracket that goes in here, and then holding the DEF hose, and I mean, it came off, it popped up. I guess it was just sitting there. So, but yeah, ready to take this sucker out. Alright, after I popped the ring, I noticed there was so much dirt in there. So decided to pull the lift pump straight up, so I don't have to dump. I'm not gonna dump that fuel back in there, that'd be crazy. That's the reason why my pump is making this weird sound. But I don't know, to get a good light. That was easy to pop off. It's crazy. 'Cause I was having a hard time popping it off. I can only hit one side, a good hit. Then the other one is just, it's like, weak ass hit. But tank looks good. No shiny metals, that's what I want to see. It is just plainly old OEM. I mean, it was running, no problem. It's just that weird sound. It didn't do the weird sound 5 years ago, and I just noticed it this year. So it's the OEM pump. I'm gonna have to rebuild this pump. I have a Delphi pump, but this one looks, I mean, OEM, it's always better, but I have a Delphi, and I heard good reviews about it. So alright, this is a Eco Diesel lift pump OEM, and this is a Delphi. Only thing I can see difference is there's a tube here, and this one doesn't. Let's see. The fuel level sensor for this one is inside, and this one, it's outside. And also, this has a bowl here, as this one doesn't have a bowl. Although there's the what's that called? Filter, the fuel pump filter, or strainer. Springs, no spring. I'm assuming it's under. And that's the pump. The wire, I don't know. I mean, if it is OEM, same as OEM specs, the gauge should be the same. But this is soldered. Soldered right there, and that one is a plug. So that tells me that I can replace this pump and keep the housing same. So this will be my backup. I'm just have to measure this and get me an exact pump, same measurement, maybe better output or same output. So I'll have it's probably be cheaper. But yep, that is pretty much the difference. I mean, you get the the pickup tube or the strainer down here. See? Well, this one has this stuff. There is a valve here. I want to say it's a one-way valve, so if the pump sucks, it'll open up the valve up, but not let the fuel drain back out. So there's always fuel here. I mean, regardless, I don't think the only way to use up all the fuel is when you're pretty much empty. But yeah. Alright, got the new pump in. The fuel sending float installed, O-ring cleaned. Put a glove on this hose, and I am so not ready to put this back every day, all of it. But if you're poor like me, you gotta do it. Let's do it. Alright, so remember I was telling you about that white thingy right there? So what goes inside is that. There's a tab here. I guess it just sits just like that, just to hold the hoses for the DEF. And then that's the front hose that I have to disconnect, the red tab. And not sure if this is me or it's been like this for a while. But yep, putting it back. And then I ordered a new fuel filter also. I just changed that fuel filter, I want to say last 10,000 miles. But might as well new everything. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so here's what I've been doing for the past maybe 20 minutes. I've been using this to set up my 2x4 this way, so I can put my floor jack in there. And once my floor jack is in there, I'm gonna line up the straps to where the bolt, because there's a bolt there for the straps. I'm gonna line them up, and I made sure that the hose, oh my god, it's like freaking dirt devil just passed by. Yeah, living in the desert. But anyways, it's worse in California too. But anyways, so that's what I've been doing. And then I'm just gonna jack it up slowly, reverse order everything, and then at the end of this video, I'm gonna run the pump, the old pump, and then the new pump sound. That's it. I figured I would show this to you guys. So I managed to put the tank up. However, make sure that there will be no line that is pinch. So this line was under this, so I have to loosen up the tank strap and both tank strap. And then I was now inspecting it, make sure there is no crack. So yeah, every time you put it up, just stop and then make sure there is nothing pinch line, especially underneath there. Oh yeah, That's quiet right there. I'm priming the system, but that's a big difference from this pump right there. That is consistent to where it was before. I mean, that pump sounded, that pump sounded like that about 5-6 years ago. See? But no leaks. Alright, one more. Alright, see if it starts. There you go. Oh, that's nice. You could barely hear it. So this was going out. With my engine on idle, I was able to hear this, and it was surging. I mean, it was on the video, so. Oh yeah. Weird fuel pump sound. I think it's my fuel pump. And it does that even when the engine is running.